What's up, guys? Here's the situation. We're in the Alaskan wilderness. Now, we gotta build fires, construct shelters, and make sure we survive. I just started this fire with some lip balm. It's time for Weird But True. Victory!
Salmon!
Victory! Oh, hey guys, Charlie here. You know my sister Kirby.
Hey!
You guys are never gonna believe what just happened.
This is incredible!
The coolest thing! All right, check it out.
Kirby and I eat a lot of salmon. Like a lot of salmon. Our favorite? Slammin' Salmon from Sitka, Alaska.
Slammin' Salmon!
It's so good! And they have this contest on the package.
Every time you send in Slammin' Salmon coupon codes, you get entered in to win a camping trip in Alaska.
So naturally, we ate like a boatload of salmon, sent in about 100 coupon codes, and we won!
We won the trip!
We're going to Alaska!
Victory!
Victory! Victory!
But we have a problem. Camping in the Alaskan wilderness requires mad skills. It's so big and cold. And don't they have bears?
We need to be prepared in case something goes wrong. So today, we're unraveling the world of
Human survival!
All right, guys, we got 2 tickets on a flight to Alaska for our camping trip.
And it leaves in about, oh shoot, very soon.
But first, we need to do some research to learn how to survive.
Gotta hit the books.
All right, I got some info here.
Me too.
Turns out if we want to know how to survive in the wilderness, we need to know the basic needs and limits of the human body.
Here are the big 3. Body temperature, food and water, and sleep.
One of the first things you gotta do is think about your body temperature.
Because if your body gets too hot or too cold, things are gonna go downhill super quickly.
This is our normal body temperature, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. If your body gets this hot, 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, you've got a fever and you're feeling pretty sick. Add just a few degrees and you're approaching life-threatening temperatures. Going the other way, a few degrees down and you're shivering. Just a few more and your skin is already turning blue because of reduced blood flow.
So your body functions perfectly at a very narrow range, only 5 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius.
Which just goes to show you, people who survive long exposures to hot or cold are truly survival all-stars.
Like this lady, Anna Bagenholm. In 1999, while skiing, Anna Bagenholm fell into a stream and became trapped under a thick layer of ice. She was trapped in the water, under the ice, no air, for 80 minutes, and her body temperature dipped to 56.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Miraculously, she was rescued and made a full recovery.
The number 2 thing you need to think about is food and water.
We've all heard the facts, right? Up to 60% of our body weight is water, the brain is 73% water, and our lungs are 83% water. Our body uses water in every organ, in every tissue, in every single tiny cell. And we all know food fuels our bodies. Without it, eventually our bodies would just stop working, which is not what we're looking for.
So they say the human body can only last 3 weeks without food and 3 days without water.
And there was one man who pushed himself to the absolute limit. This guy, Mahatma Gandhi. In the 1940s, Gandhi went 21 days without eating any food. He only sipped on water to survive, all the while leading a movement for peace, independence, and unity in India.
Let's check this out. If Gandhi was eating a healthy diet, he would have consumed 42,000 calories over those 21 days. That's about 150 turkey sandwiches, or 440 bowls of cereal, or 820 pancakes. But his inspiring campaign was worth the hunger.
The next thing you want to think about is getting some sleep.
Just ask Randy Gardner, sleep all-star. In 1965, as a high schooler, Randy stayed awake for 11 days and 12 minutes, all as part of a science fair project. 11 days and 12 minutes. During those 11 days, he should have gotten around 88 hours of sleep. That's like sleeping from Monday morning to Thursday afternoon, straight.
The trouble is, during the experiment, Randy started slurring his speech, he had trouble concentrating, and by day 5, he was hallucinating.
And as Randy demonstrated, sleep deprivation brings on a lot of medical issues. What medical issues?
Aching muscles,
Confusion,
memory lapse,
hand tremors,
hallucinations,
depression, decreased accuracy,
and impaired judgment.
the outlook does not look good.
So, if you want to survive, it's best you get some sleep.
Trust us, we're doctors.
Wait, no, we're not. All right, the 3 key limitations of the human body are
Body temperature
food and water.
and sleep.
That's it.
We got it.
Hey, Charles, what time is it?
We got about 5 minutes until our flight leaves.
Oh, shoot, I don't know if we're prepared.
We gotta do more research. Grab a book. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Weird but true, up to 50% of body heat can be lost from the head and neck area when uncovered.
Hey, so we've done a lot more homework on what it takes to survive in the wilderness.
Because survival is nothing to mess around with.
And we thought it was so easy.
Thirsty?
Just drink from a stream.
Hungry?
Eat some berries from a little bush.
But if that's your plan, you're not gonna last a day.
Check it out. Water in streams, lakes, and ponds is not safe to drink unless you can treat it or boil it. It's got bacteria, viruses, and all sorts of things with weird names that'll make you sick, like Cryptosporidium and Giardia. Nasty stuff.
And berries are a whole other monster. All right, Kirb, I'm gonna show you some tasty looking plants and you tell me if you'd eat them.
Sounds good.
Here's a nice one, horse nettle.
I'd eat that right up.
Well, it has high amounts of solanine,
Nice.
which is poisonous to humans.
Ooh.
Check it out. Wild cherries have cyanide in their pits, so they're poisonous. Virginia creeper, poisonous. American bittersweet, poisonous. Nightshade, pokeberries, hollyberries, poisonous, and very poisonous. The vast majority of white, yellow, and green berries and about 50% of red berries are poisonous too, so finding food in the wild is much more difficult than we thought.
And while you're trying to find food, you're also starting a fire and building a shelter and hiding from bears and wolves and bugs, and everything's just going nuts, man.
It seems impossible.
That's why survival stories are so impressive.
So impressive.
So impressive.
Like Don Fendler, 1939. This Boy Scout was only 12 years old when he got separated from his family while hiking in Maine. Suddenly, a storm hit. He was completely lost. 300 National Guardsmen, mountain climbers, police officers, and volunteers searched for him and came up with nothing. He spent 9 days wandering around the wilderness, surviving by eating safe berries, drinking water from streams, and sleeping in an old burlap sack he found. Don walked for 35 miles until he stumbled across a group of campers that brought him to safety. Don Fendler, the truest, mightiest Boy Scout there ever was.
Oh my gosh, our flight's leaving. We gotta go.
We are not prepared.
Don't worry about it. I figured this might happen, so I scheduled us a class before things get rolling.
What?
No time to explain. Time to pack and time to go. We'll see you guys in a bit in Alaska.
Anchorage, Alaska, here we come. Alaska is so huge that the 22 smallest US states could all fit inside of it. And this vast expanse of wilderness is where we'll put our survival skills to the test. So stay tuned.
Weird but true, a man survived 6 days in an Australian desert with no water by eating ants.
Hey guys!
We made it!
The state of Alaska, the last frontier. With more than 30 mountain ranges, over 3 million lakes, and 54 million acres of national parks, this place is the definition of wild.
So if you want to test your survival skills, this is the place to do it right here.
But I definitely don't think we're ready.
Kirb, don't worry, man. I booked us a little training sesh. I got us covered.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go, guys.
This is it.
That sounds perfect. Yeah.
Excellent.
Learn to Return is one of Alaska's premier and longest running survival schools. It's exactly the place we need to be to learn how to survive in the wild. And this is the guy who's going to teach us, Clint. Clint is the toughest guy you'll ever lay your eyes on. He was a Green Beret, an expert instructor for wilderness medicine. Drop Clint anywhere in the world, he will survive.
Guys, it's Clint. Hi, Clint. I'm Charlie.
Charlie, it's a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Kirby.
How's it going?
Guys, Clint, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Clint's favorite weird but true fact. It can get so cold in Alaska that your spit can freeze in mid-air.
Kirby and I are going on a camping trip, and we're kind of nervous because we don't know a lot of survival skills. Can you teach us a few?
Love to. You guys ready to go?
Yep, let's do it.
This is our main training arena.
So this is where it all starts, where people learn how to survive?
Correct, this is where we learn hands-on skills training to get you ready to go out into the woods on your camping trip.
Sounds good.
Clint will cover the most important elements of survival: shelter, water, food, and heat. And we'll find out how bringing along a few everyday household items could help save lives in the wilderness.
Gonna be awesome. Come on, let's go.
First up is shelter.
There's two types of shelters. You have your personal shelter that you wear, and then your group shelter that you would build. Let's start off with a very basic personal shelter. Here you go.
We got a garbage bag.
A garbage bag.
Super technical.
Put your hand through it. You're gonna put this on your face.
Cool.
Go into it just like so. So, take a look at this.
Now you're looking fashionable.
But now, remember, the key to warmth is what?
Insulation.
Insulation. If it was cold outside, what could I stuff inside here? Grass?
Sure. Yeah.
Moss?
Nice insulation.
Yeah. There you go, right there. Not too big.
Weird but true, a garbage bag can save your life.
Now we learn to build a group shelter using a tarp. The key is being able to tie the corners to something, and if the tarp doesn't come with usable holes, Clint uses a cool technique called buttoning.
We're gonna unfold it, okay? So go ahead and grab yourself a corner. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this rock and we're gonna put it just like so. Go ahead and hold that, Kirby. There we go. I'm gonna do an overhand slip, just like so.
Quick little overhand slip, you know, not a big deal.
Good to go.
I'm gonna pull that tight. So this right here is gonna help us attach it to anything that can give me a good solid anchor.
We'll try it again, ready? Down,
Rotate.
rotate,
Land all the way through.
up, and got it.
There you go.
Down, rotate, up, got it.
You wanna have the tarp angled slightly. It all depends on which direction the wind's coming from.
Angling the tarp with the bottom facing into the wind helps give a windbreak and also allows rainwater to run off. Our next survival lesson is about building a fire, and man, it's good to have a striker.
We've gotta get a spark, okay? And that's our first goal. Ready? Now watch me first, and just like so. Look at that. There's the technique I'm looking for.
All right, I'm getting it.
Oh, excellent.
All right, guys, fire, super important for surviving in the wilderness. We need to stay warm, and our clothes need to stay dry.
Go.
Oh my God.
There we go. Nice.
Fire, holy cow, that was so quick.
It's burning fast too.
Let's make that cotton ball burn longer. We're gonna add a wax.
Wax.
This lip balm, any petroleum-based product will work.
So just
You have to
smash it up.
Smash it.
Smash it up, smash it up.
So why
smash
does
it up.
wax slow it down?
You are making exactly what you burn all the time. It's a candle.
That's awesome.
Real but true fact, number one thing I guess we gotta bring on this camping trip is lip balm. Shelter, done. Heat, done.
What about finding water and food?
We're gonna go outside and work on those.
Finally, out in the elements.
Wanna
Let's
go?
Perfect.
Let's hit
head
it.
on
Oh,
out.
this way? Let's roll.
We wanna look for clean, clear, fast-moving water.
We're not going right out of the stream, right?
We're using some stuff to help purify the water. And what I would recommend is this system right here. Once you get full of water, close it up. And now, this has a filter in here that all you gotta do is open the nozzle and you can squeeze it.
Just going for it.
So water, super key. You can only last about 3 days without water. So if you go into the wilderness or go camping, make sure you got a super crazy nice filter like we got here. What happens if you don't have a filter?
Basically, you're gonna have to figure out a way to boil that water.
So boiled water is kind of your only hope if you don't have one of these.
All right, now that we're all refreshed, we've got some water in our systems, time for the other part of the equation, food. You pack something with you that has enough proteins, fats, and also some items that have sugars that you can get into your systems really quickly.
What's the best strategy if you run out of your food?
It's either gonna be lower your activity so you don't need as much food, and also you're gonna have to try and find something.
Start foraging?
Exactly,
Looking
exactly.
You have to be super careful when you look for food in the wild, but Clint has an unexpected go-to.
Have you guys ever seen cattails that are kind of in swamps and stuff? They have that little tuber
tube.
on top. Yeah,
Brown tube
on
thing.
a long stem. Well, if you actually go to the base of those and you dig out the roots, and they're about the size of your pinky almost, you just clean those things off, you start a fire, and you toss them in right directly into a bed of coals. You wait until they get soft, just like a potato.
Baked potatoes.
Exactly. It's a great survival food. I love them. It's a delicacy.
Cattails. Pretty crazy.
Clint takes us back inside for one more important lesson.
We have black bears and brown bears where you're gonna be. First option, if we can leave the whole situation and keep anything from happening, that's good. All right, quietly leave, slowly back away without it seeing us. Next, if the bear does look over at us as we come around the corner, we wanna freeze. We wanna make sure we don't run the other way because then the bear might think you're what?
Pray.
Yeah, pray. Make sure that we kind of stand our ground, let the bear know, hey buddy, get yourself big. Hey bear, yeah, talking in a deep voice. Yeah. Right. Next, have bear spray on you. Bear spray works. You just spray it in this general direction. Yeah, you bet, man. Poof, big old wall.
Weird but true, guys. Over 3,000 people are reported missing in Alaska each year.
The good news is that more than 90% of them are found within the first day.
All right, guys, I think you're ready for a test.
What did you have in mind?
A good old Alaskan survival smackdown. Today's survival smackdown, Kirby versus Charlie. Location, the Alaska wilderness. Objective, build a fire, build a shelter. The best survivor wins.
You're going down, Kirby.
Nope.
You guys need to save it for the smackdown.
Give us a couple minutes to get ready, but when you come back, it's Smackdown time. You don't stand a chance, Kirby.
Weird but true, spectacled bears are the only wild bear species found in South America.
Hey guys, all right, perfect timing. Right now, we're in Alaska, learning survival skills from our man Clint. And it's time for a good old Alaskan survival smackdown. Gotta make a fire, build a shelter, best survivor wins. Let's go.
Okay, you guys ready for your survival smackdown?
Absolutely.
Born ready, Kirby, let's roll.
Here's your survival kits.
Awesome.
They're exactly the same. Remember, build a fire, build a shelter. The best survivor wins. You have 1 hour. And 3, 2, 1, go.
We got rope,
We got a big red tarp.
knife. We could always use a knife.
We got the striker, nice for a little fire right there.
We gotta set up a shelter first. Let's do it. This side's clearer. I'm gonna go with this side. I don't think it has to be that tall.
I feel like it's downhill, so the water's gonna whip over that way if it rains.
I'm rocking it. I don't know about you,
Dude,
but
I
I'm
got 3/4
doing
of my
pretty
tarp
fine.
up already, huh? I'll invite you over for dinner later, Kirb, huh?
I'm focusing, man. Don't you be like distracting me over here.
Well, you can't multitask? I thought you were a good survivor there, Kirb. Ran out of cord already for my last corner of the shelter. I need a test like that one right there. I got this tape, so I'm spinning it around trying to make another cord. Little pro move. Hopefully Clint's impressed.
Super tight.
This is perfect, guys. Check it out. Nice and roomy, spacious.
Just enough space to take a nice snooze.
Our shelters are done, but there's no time to relax. We've got fires to build. Clint throws us a last-minute curveball.
Gotta get that flame 1 foot tall.
Putting this up really tiny.
All right. Chomp it all up and mix it in. Yes!
We've got to keep a close eye on our fires to make sure they don't get out of control.
Weird but true, Earth is the only known planet where fire can burn. All the other planets they know about, not enough oxygen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Done.
All right, come on over here. Originally, you started off with your shelter really high. I was a little nervous about that at first. I liked where you put your fire. You could still be under your shelter and have that warming fire and bounce the heat into your little shelter area.
Awesome.
Charlie, I liked how you kept your tarp nice and tight. However, your fire was a little bit away from your shelter. Both of you have positives and negatives. However, this is still a competition. Charlie had the 1-foot flame first.
I got you.
So I'm gonna acclaim Charlie as the winner for this round of the Alaska Wilderness Survival Smackdown. Good job. Here you go, Charlie.
Yes.
This right here is an Alaska Survival Lifeline that all survival instructors carry in our backpacks whenever we go out with our families to not only protect ourselves, but the people we go out with.
So it's a responsibility to help other people survive now too.
That is correct, Charlie.
Kirby, it's been an honor. You're a worthy opponent.
So are you.
Until the next Wilderness Smackdown, man. I think we're ready, guys. Time to go on our Slammin' Salmon camping trip.
Weird but true, in 2006, 3 men survived a drift on the Pacific Ocean for 9 months when their boat engine died.
Hey guys,
What a trip!
we just got back from Alaska.
I started a fire with lip balm. We learned so much today.
Heck yeah, like...
The human body has limits on what we need to survive. The big 3 are body temperature, food and water, and sleep.
And I proved that I am the ultimate survivor.
Good job.
Oh man, it was one day in Alaska.
Still the winner.
Yeah, whatever.
What else did we learn today? There were so many weird but true facts.
The human body functions perfectly at a very narrow temperature range, only 5 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius.
Water in the wilderness must be filtered, treated, or boiled for at least a minute before it's safe to drink.
Learning to improvise with random things you have around you is key to survival.
You gotta love Slammin' Salmon.
Honestly, nothing like it.
Hey, do you have any sauce for this?
Pop and Ray's pineapple glaze. It's the perfect glaze for any date.
Ah, perfect, sweet. Whoa, check it out. Poppin' Ray's Getaways contest. Curb,
We're gonna need more salmon.
and more Rays. Thanks for coming by. Come by again when we discover more things that are weird.
But true.
We'll see you soon.